Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Still working on getting the building the rest of the way down. Mel and I were going to work late this evening and in the morning, clearing away all that debris right there. So I'll tell you what I'm working on here right now. Our plan before is we would keep our cargo trailer right here. And sometimes it's hard to make up your mind what you want to do. We kind of still want to live two lives. We really love the United States as well as Philippines. She loves it here, I love it here. She loves it in Philippines, I love Philippines. So we're still going to continue like we always have to live a dual life. It's just the truth. And we're still going to stay rooted here as well. We were going to convert this trailer right here into like a rugged camper, and then I said, oh, David needs to get on out of Washington and get on to the Philippines. That's going to be the last thing he's holding out for, selling the trailer, because they were staying in it until they left. And I said, oh, I'll help David. I'll get his trailer. That'll free him to get on to the Philippines 100%. And we'd use the trailer, but I just don't want a great big trailer like that. It's 27 foot on the box, and then the weights and all. So Mel and I, our plan before, it was my plan, but she went along with it, was that we were going to use this trailer here and haul the quads in it and be able to camp in it both. So that's what we're falling back on, because all I could get for this used cargo trailer, even though it's a rugged, solid built trailer, the market's just saturated and it won't bring that much money. So it's worth more for us to use than it is for it to sell it. It's just not that great of a difference. So anyway, that's what we're going to do, is continue our original plan, make use of this. I went today and I got new tires on it, and I took one of the used ones and put it inside right up there. You can probably see it behind Mel for a spare. But we're going to clean up the trailer inside. I'm going to be up here on the roof just shortly, cutting a hole in the roof, and I'll tell you why on that. This thing needs a window, a vent, and an air con. And we had an air con. I've got it wrapped up in plastic right here. It's all wrapped up in that shrink wrap. And I'm about to get up here and clean the roof, but I'm gonna cut the opening up here on the roof. So we'll get that. You want a way out. And this thing don't have a camper door, and it latches from the outside. I plan to rectify that. I built these trailers before. Built this exact style trailer before, and all aluminum ones. Had a company, Tag-Along Trailers. In fact, look here, I'll show you. Look here, this was my company before. I saw these sitting here earlier. Right there. That was my old company before, right there. These are decals that went on our trailers. Tag-Along Trailers. And I sold the name. Yeah, and there's another company out there with a name now. Yeah, but that was our old business years past right there. I had a trailer manufacturing company of aluminum and steel cargo trailers, and that was it right there. Tag-Along Trailers. Just like a little dog tagging along with you. So we had bought a insurance damaged fifth wheel before. You that's been with us a while remember, bought that thing dirt cheap. It was brand new. And when they delivered out to the lady, because she was just going to live in it behind her dad's house and watch after her dad, her elder father, and she didn't have a truck to pull it, so the trailer company that sold it to her delivered it to her. And they had, I guess they got these contracted delivery guys. And in front of her father's house was a really deep drainage ditch, or some people call it a bar ditch or whatever, that, it's for drainage. And really deep, and a big culvert. And when he was backing and turning that thing into that drive, he dropped the tires of the fifth wheel off one side of the culvert, the drain pipe, and into that ditch, and that brand new fifth wheel rolled over and damaged it pretty good. I mean, really racked it hard, but it was all brand new. So the lady, of course, she got paid off by the insurance company, and the insurance company, when they uprighted the trailer out of the ditch, they had left it sitting there at her father's place, and they were going to have to secure it or get a different company with a big trailer out to haul it off because it was a big old fifth wheel. And she made a deal with them and bought it from the insurance company really cheap, thinking that maybe she could just patch it up, have all of her money back, now have a free trailer to live in, and just patch it up. But it was way beyond what she thought, and she realized that she couldn't do it. And so she sold it. And I had all the insurance papers and everything on it. Well, we needed that big refrigerator out of it, and for another fifth wheel we had. So what I gave her for the entire trailer, just the refrigerator alone was worth it for us in there. And then we harvested this brand new roof air, and I ran the roof air. You know, I plugged up the power to that fifth wheel and ran it. It was brand new. It's still blowing cold, and we robbed a lot of the cabinetry and doors and put it over into the other fifth wheel. But that fifth wheel is the same kind of like on this other trailer. I had that Duramax truck with gooseneck, and the fifth wheel and gooseneck in it. But man, it's too much. It's too much. And plus that long Duramax truck, 8-foot bed with a double cab. Man, I felt like I was an 18-wheeler going down the road. So we just pulled the plug on that and sold all of it. We sold the rest of that fifth wheel, and I got more for that fifth wheel with the refrigerator, cabinetry, the air conditioners, everything gone, as I gave for it, because there was still so much more to harvest on that thing, and those RV parts are expensive. So with all that being said, we sold all that stuff, but I had all these new parts that I stored, and like the roof air, and I wrapped it up and sealed it so bugs and stuff couldn't get in it. I ran it last year outside out here, and I cleaned it really well and rewrapped it again, and that was our plan, was to put it up on this RV. So anyway, that's the story on it. I'm gonna try to get a window in here. Really easy to do, just cut a hole and it just sandwiches in on the air conditioning window both. So I've got this new generator. I've got this new 3300 watt inverter generator, and it's 2500 running watts, and it's 3300 starting watts. So that's not 3300 continuous running. This one of those quiet little suitcase ones. I bought it on Amazon from the Generac store. Now I really like the Hondas, but the Honda price getting up to this size generator was pretty expensive, more than I wanted to spend, and the Generac seemed to be a better deal at this wattage right here. So that's one of the reasons I chose that. I'll put a link to where I bought it in the Amazon link there, and you can see exactly. I bought it directly from the dealer online store. I didn't buy it like from a reseller. So she's sweeping up, and that's plenty enough for Mel and I to have a little camp space, because we're not looking at doing everything inside like a full travel trailer. Mainly a place to sleep and have your stuff. And we can, cook outside. So you just pack your gear when you get to where you're going, unpack. Or if you pull your quad out, you can use the back here as well. So I measured up here on the roof and squared up between these roof bows right here, and got a center line from both directions marked here. Now I need to see that up on the roof, so I need to drill a hole here, and then I've got a big long square, and I'll like a sheetrock square that I'll get up there and line up on the roof, and I'll make the diagram on the roof for the cut along with a grinder and be able to sink the air conditioner in. I don't want to cut over my head, because you don't want all that metal and stuff coming down your face. So if I cut above, it's a lot safer. So I'm gonna drill this hole and we'll take it from there. I'm gonna close my eyes here. All right, there, got it. Well, just my luck. I got started cutting it here. This one's fully cut. Started there, and the battery played out. I don't have a extra battery here, as I took all my other batteries to the Philippines, so I have that one working battery. I had two of those small batteries, those thin Ryobi batteries, but they played out, and I'm sure one of those battery companies could repair them, but I don't have time to deal with all that. So I just have to let this one good battery charge, and then I can get back to that. So I think what I'll do right now is I'm going to unbox this Generac. So let's check it out real quick. There's the books. Let's see what else it come with here. It's like spark plug tool, Phillips screwdriver, pretty cool. It came with its own funnel for the oil, I guess. It came with a bottle of oil, break-in oil. This is, I believe it's just the break-in oil for this, and then sometimes they say, I'll read online and check or read the book, but sometimes they say to change it to a different oil after you use the break-in oil, but we'll check in on that. So good packings, foam right there, and there's the generator itself. So there it is right there. Inverter generator, and I can pick it up with one hand. See? So that's pretty nice. So I'm gonna kind of investigate it here. See if I have some fresh fuel here for it. So I put it up on a couple concrete blocks where I can check it out. So this lid don't hinge, it sets off. So you want to watch out about ever losing that. That is for the spark plug right here. The exhaust blows out the back and it says point the exhaust away. All right, see what we got going here. That is the oil, and for the oil, if you're changing the oil, it has a drain there on it. We'll take this out here. So this is so you can drain it, rock it over this way and have a drain pan, and the oil would run out. It comes with this little funnel for helping you get the oil in right there. So I got the oil in it. It didn't use the whole bottle for it to be full on the stick. It was just a little bit left in the bottle, so I'll carry that with me as a top off reserve. I filled it with gas just now. All right, so we got choke right here, and I'll give it a couple pulls and we'll see what it does. I've got it sitting on these blocks. Maybe I'll set it down. And let's see. Got the pull handle. Let's see if it tries to rock over if I just pull it like this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow. I mean, the first little short pull and just put the fuel and everything in it. Wow. And listen to that. I'm gonna tell you what, I have a little air conditioner running about 28 feet away from me here right now, and I can hear that air conditioner running louder than this generator right here by me. That really is quiet. Wow, I can't believe that on just a partial pull of it, the first pull ever, and it fired right up just like it didn't even need the choke. Wow. Well, with that, I'm impressed. That is quiet. What's the flavor?
It's strawberry margarita.
So I want you to taste this. I'm ready for this taste. This is the Dew Meets Brew. Yeah, so all right, Mikey Mike.
Did you see the cool cup we put it in? It's good.
It's good. Beer and Mountain Dew. Well, I got good old Shiner right here. Shiner Bock in Shiner, Texas. You know I'm gonna be happy with that, boy.
I recommend Salvaging RV.
Oh, really?
Man.
Hey, you can live with that.
Boy, this is something else I really enjoy right here. If Cap was here with us right now, he would be so happy because that's the one thing he really loves is wings.
Let's rub it in. Rub it all again.
Eat your heart out, Cappy. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Good morning, everybody. It's a new morning here in Texas and continuing to work on the trailer out here. Last night I had to let the battery charge. I didn't get to finish cutting that hole, and I'm gonna get back on it this morning and getting that hole cut out for the air conditioner and a few other things here. Well, another day. Yesterday didn't go so well working out here on the trailer and all. I got the AC up here, but the bolts that clamp it together up around the roof were super long because this is one of those roof airs that for RV that has the ductwork inside the ceiling that goes to different parts, like up in the front to the bedroom and around. And that means it was made to be in a thick ceiling, so it had these really long bolts that clamp that plate through. And then this isn't the one that has like the knobs that you turn up on top. It has the thermostat on the wall because it was more of a central air unit and heat. But I don't think this one has a heat coil on it. So I've got to get shorter bolts, and even with shorter bolts for the cover to work right and all, I needed to put some spacers. Now I just have this wedged in here and I have a couple carriage bolts stuck in it. I can't tighten them right now. Just trying to get a measurement on the length of my bolts. But I'm gonna leave it drop down and not put it all the way against the ceiling. I'm gonna leave it spaced like this, which will allow me to put some material on the roof in here later. We'll insulate it and we'll probably put some type of board or paneling up on that ceiling up there later. And so I'm allowing for that. And then I had this brand new, which is a little light that you put outside your door here. I found it in one of my cabinets, still in a package. And so I can put it up here by the door, have that nice amber light, and I'll wire a switch on the inside so you can turn it on from the inside if somebody comes up. I should have a window arriving after a while that goes in here in the door. And yesterday the door latch came that I can leave or remove this hardware if I want to solid lock it. But if I do that, I need to keep a lock in this while we're inside so nobody can come along and accidentally latch you in, you know. So I would need to keep this locked so nobody could do that. And then we'd have the regular pull handle here. I'm gonna put that in here after a while.
Look at this, guys. Look at that. I was been grilling this chicken. Ooh, I can see the juicy inside. That's why I like this smoker here, because you can really control the heat inside, and your chicken was not so dry. It's the same like the one in Philippines, that the chicken was super dry. I'm gonna try this one, guys. Ooh, it is hot. Big mouth, huh? Mmm. Very so good, but spicy. Ha! I already removed the seeds, and then after that I've been soaking that one to the water. I've been soaking, but still spicy.
So pretty close to having that air conditioner done up there. And today this crank up roof vent came in, and we're going to put it on back here, but I didn't power wash off the back of this roof, just the front. Still got the soaping up here and all, and I will have to clean this up before I mount that. But I got the ladder back here now, so I can work on it from the back. But right now, the thing that I want to watch out for is if I put this vent right in the middle, these roof bows on this trailer, they're cambered, meaning they're bent up higher in the middle. So there's a little crest. So let me show you the back of that AC. You see there's a gap on that side, there's a gap on that side, smaller. Well, I can get away on that air conditioner like that because it has this real thick foam on the bottom. I mean, it's, you know, it's thick and it'll conform to that shape. But on this vent, it's a different story, and you see it doesn't conform. Let me back this up some. It doesn't conform, and so it rocks. All I have to do to solve that is move it over off center, and see, now no rocking. Now it's flat.
Ready for coffee, babe? Okay.
Now I just simply took the piece of drop metal from the cutout from the air conditioner up there and measured even here from the back, so I can get a squared point on it right there, and just traced around it, because the opening for most air conditioners is the exact same size of opening for a roof vent, which is 14 by 14 inches by 14 inches. So I had my boxes to show up that had the parts here for the RV. Need to discard those now. But right here is the window, and I've got the little template cardboard piece it came with, put it up here, measured exactly where I wanted it, make sure it was all squared up, and I have begun cutting it out right here. So I'm gonna finish that up. Man, the sun's really intense right now. It's just getting hotter. But I'm gonna finish this up right here and move to this next step of getting the window in the door.